Once upon a time, there was a man living in a little house somewhere in the nature. And one day, as he fell asleep, he heard soft, calming, warm voice. The voice said, "Hello, my man, I am God. I'm coming to you with news that if you really want to serve me, if you really want to do something for me, there is this rock in front of your house, and I want you to push it." The man immediately woke up from that dream, could not even believe it because it was a daytime nap. As he opened his door, lo and behold, in maybe 100 feet of his house, there was this tremendously ginormous rock, huge rock. And a man looked at the rock, he's like, wow, if this has never been here and it just came this second, it must have been from God. So I better do what God asked me to do. So he positioned himself and started pushing the rock. Day in and day out, and day in and day out. And he would push and push. And weeks went by, and months went by. And he kept pushing the rock and haven't moved it even a slightest little bit. Then he started thinking to himself, what am I doing? I'm wasting my time. I'm trying to push this mountain that I can never push. What am I doing? I cannot move it. Why am I pushing it? I can spend time doing better things in life. I can go for a walk. I can go learn something else. Or I can sit in front of TV and enjoy catching up with Kardashians or something like that. And he said, I'm done with this. He came home and took a nap, again, a day nap to rest from hard pushing. As he fell asleep, the same warm, calming, sweet voice showed up and says, "Hello, my dear man, I am God, and I came to tell you to keep pushing the rock." And he woke up and he said, "Why would I push the rock? It goes nowhere. I don't want to do it. I cannot even move it." And the God said, "I'm glad you woke up because you are in reality with me now. Look at your muscles. Look at your arms, how strong they are. Look at your back, how nice and defined it is. Look at your legs, how firm they are. And look at your mind, how able it is to focus on one thing at a time for a long time without attachment to the result." My dear man, the God said, I didn't want you to move the rock. I wanted you to push it so you can get stronger. And now you are strong enough so I can give you bigger and greater tasks for the highest benefit of everybody on the planet. Hi, this is Helena Summer Medina with Live Delicious, and this is one of the wisdom stories from my mom and grandma. My Croatian folks are very into metaphorically explaining things in a sweet way. I invite you to take this analogy and look how it relates into your life, especially dating life if you are single. How much resistance there is to, oh, I don't want to date if he's not perfect, I don't want to try, I don't want to try. But the more you push, even if it doesn't go anywhere, you become skilled. You know who you are. You start owning yourself in a more graceful way. You start presenting yourself, weeding through different men in a ways that you never knew before. Look at your life, how many heavy burdens and stupid tasks we get just to become stronger. Just for us to become more calm and more peaceful with our own mind. I had a big judgment about retail industry, and I said to myself that if the worst case scenario, I will go work in a department store, but otherwise never. And every time I felt my ego was getting in the way, I knew I have to go get a job in a department store. And I did. And for 1 whole month, I would go to work crying. I would cry and convince myself, why am I doing this? I'm tired, I don't have time to work out, I don't have time to do laundry after this. It's meaningless, it's brainless, it doesn't even give benefit to people. For this time, I can coach, I can support others, I can do volunteer work, I can do anything, but I don't want to do this. And I knew, as long as I had this mind, don't push the rock, don't push the rock, you cannot move it anyway, I cannot make money anyway, I cannot this anyway. I knew I have to keep pushing that rock. And then one day, I went to work happy, with my delicious self. And I stayed happy, and I came back happy. And second day, and third day, and days, for days and days, I was myself. And then I knew it came a natural time to part. I came to learn how to build my muscles, how to let go of judgment, how to appreciate every single person who works in the retail, and how to not let my ego go in the way. Because wonderful people work in retail, wonderful people shop, just like everywhere else. Great people, terrible people all around us. Depends on how we see ourselves. That's how we see the world. So keep pushing that rock, even if it doesn't make sense, until you are completely peaceful with pushing it. Then you know you are done. Stay delicious and date delicious.